Good morning. So, I just came across a thought a couple of days ago that normally there's the laws of cause and effect, right? जो हमने सीखा था. So, how can we relate this to health, and how can we relate this to causes of death? Okay. When I went across the data, so United States has the like one of the best data and what are the leading causes of death. So, first two leading causes of death were heart disease and cancer. Okay, these were the first two causes that whenever any person dies, so in the post-mortem report, they mention that इसके मरने के कारण heart disease था और cancer था, right? So what is the cause and what is the effect here? What is the cause and what is the effect? Anyone? The cause is
The
the heart
cause
attack.
is
Yeah, yeah,
and the
Mukesh.
effect is the death.
Effect is the death. But do you think really he died because of heart attack? Okay, now let's stick to one disease. So let's stick to heart attack. Already, although the protocol is same for most diseases. Okay, so heart attack Q1. Why did the heart attack happen? What do you think? What are the major risk factors for heart attack? Come on, it's not very difficult. Anybody can answer.
Hi,
Yeah, Priya.
hi.
Lifestyle, obesity.
एक minute, Priya. Priya unmuted first. Yeah.
Yeah, high cholesterol, high BP,
Okay. Okay. High cholesterol, high BP. Okay. What else? Obesity, diabetes. Okay. These are
Stress.
the stress. Yes. Very important point. So stress,
Sedentary
high BP,
lifestyle,
sedentary
no
lifestyle,
exercises.
no exercises. So these are the six, seven factors. Very simple. Okay. So what do you think? Whether high cholesterol, high BP, high sugar, eating habits, exercise, stress, are these the reason for death or is heart attack the reason for death? Hmm?
Or all
Now
of
let's do
these.
all of these. So these are the causes. And what was the effect? Heart attack was the effect because of which death happened. So when you break it down this way, you don't blame that attack that you get in a minuscule of second and अचानक से attack आया and that person passes away or somebody gets a diagnosis of cancer and you just focus on that disease that how can I get rid of cancer, how can I get chemotherapy, how can I get radiation, how can I take medications, hormonal therapy, what not people do that bypass surgeries and stenting and so many things. There is enough empirical data in medical journals that even atherosclerosis, which is the hardening of the arteries, which is basically because of which heart attack happens, that can also be reversed. Okay, it's a very, very powerful thing, very, very powerful thought that I get. So just remember what is the cause and what is the effect. Okay, so now if you want to like prevent the major causes of two major causes of death, which is heart attack and cancer. So what should we focus on? Should we focus on the disease or should we focus on what led to this condition? Obviously, we should focus on what leads to this condition because see, heart attack, cancer, these things doesn't happen overnight. Diabetes doesn't happen overnight. High blood pressure, which is officially now, high blood pressure is officially the leading cause of death worldwide. Okay, so not to be worried about. You have to be like, I would like to give a message of hope, not of fear, that yes, it can be reversed very easily. It's one of the easiest things to reverse also. What do we need to focus on? These six, seven factors. आपको पता है, everything you know. That, yeah. Now see, now Priya said something called as high cholesterol and high BP, she told. Now high cholesterol, high BP. Is this the cause or is this the effect? What do you think? High
It's the
cholesterol and high BP.
effect. It's the
So
effect.
it's the
This is
effect. It's the effect of what? High BP is the effect of what? चलो, let's go into detail. High BP. Let's focus on high BP now. एक चीज पे focus करते हैं. High BP is
a
the
bad,
effect of
it's effective bad lifestyle and bad, eating habits.
yes. जो हमने पहले बात करी. Yeah. So now see. पहले हम डेथ से स्टार्ट किए. कॉज ऑफ डेथ हमने बोला हार्ट अटैक है बट वो मालूम पड़ा दैट इज ऑल्सो एन इफेक्ट. हार्ट अटैक क्यों होता है? बिकॉज ऑफ मेटाबॉलिक सिंड्रोम. बेसिकली व्हाट प्रिया सेड ना, हाई बीपी, हाई ब्लड शुगर, ओके, हाई कोलेस्ट्रॉल एंड ओवरवेट, ओके, एंड लो एचडीएल. ये पांच चीजें अगर मिल जाती है तो इट इज नोन एज मेटाबॉलिक सिंड्रोम. मोर देन 50% इंडियंस आर हैविंग दिस. Okay, more than 40% Americans are having this. Okay, metabolic syndrome. It's a cluster of conditions. Okay, so these are the actual causes for heart attack. But what is the cause for metabolic syndrome? हमें वो समझना पड़ेगा, बिकॉज what we teach in functional medicine, what I do in my coaching, what I'm doing within these classes also, we go to the root. We don't want कि high BP एक दवाई लिया चलो BP down आ गया and I'm good to go. Damage is happening within. Okay, it's not bringing the blood sugar down or the blood pressure down is the target here. Target is go to the root. Why did this happen? Go to the cellular level, at the level of the mitochondria, why it is happening. So if we keep on going deeper and deeper, what is the cause and the effect? Then the cause for most of the diseases, most, is our lifestyle. And that includes your diet, your movement, your sleep, your stress, your thought patterns, uh, how you perceive the world, so many things, your relationships, your social circle. These things can also be the causes for heart attack. Okay. So don't think you can eat like a rabbit. I'm eating Manish lean, I'm like exercising, I'm sleeping on time, but still I have this high lipids. Then we go into the primary proof that maybe some relationship issues, maybe some financial issues, maybe some creativity, you don't feel good about yourself, you have this low self-esteem. These things can also lead to a heart attack. Okay, so what I have done, मैं program जो बना रहा हूँ, I would wait कि मैं program launch करूँ and then I tell you, because I know these things can save a life. So there is a list of 15 factors जो which I will launch in my program, the Blue Zone Project. Okay, 15 factors जो हम cover करेंगे in the next 2 weeks. Okay, I don't want to wait till after Diwali and then introduce the program, because it is so. So first thing that we will touch today, one of the बोलते हैं ना elephant in the room, the elephant in the room. Be with me 100%. Very important. If you understand this, believe me, most of your medical problems will be solved. It is insulin, the hormone insulin. This is the elephant in the room. And the condition that happens because of very high levels of insulin in the blood, it is known as insulin resistance. This is the major cause for metabolic syndrome, जो मैंने बताया, cluster of conditions which is responsible for heart attacks and cancers of the world, diabetes and everything, high BP, सब कुछ होता है metabolic syndrome की वजह से. Metabolic syndrome होता है because of insulin resistance. So now, if we fix insulin resistance, do you believe can we fix heart attacks also? Yes, very logical. Yeah, if you fix insulin resistance, your BP will come down, your diabetes will come down, your blood sugar will come down, your triglycerides, the bad cholesterol, it will come down. Hmm? Weight will come down. So we need to fix, basically, it's the one of the most important things we should be aware of. Insulin resistance. Why does insulin resistance? So insulin resistance मैंने पहले cover किया हुआ है once. I'll just give a quick um, uh, like recap. So insulin is a hormone. It is a hormone which is produced in our pancreas. Okay. Whenever we eat something, वो glucose में convert हो जाता है, right? And that glucose has to enter our cells to get converted into energy. तो सपोज मैंने भी रोटी सब्जी खाया, अब वो तो रोटी सब्जी है, वो कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा मेरे बॉडी में, ब्लड ब्लड में ग्लूकोज, तो हम खाते हैं तो हमारा शुगर कैसे बढ़ जाता है? आफ्टर ईटिंग इफ वी चेक ब्लड शुगर इट राइजेस, राइट? मैंने खाया, वो ग्लूकोज में कन्वर्ट हो गया, एंड खाने से एनर्जी मिलती है, राइट? सब बोलते हैं एनर्जी मिलती है खाने से। एनर्जी कब मिलेगी? जब वो ग्लूकोज आपके सेल्स में जाएगा। अब वो सेल्स में क्या, एक ताला लगा हुआ है, सेल्स में एक लॉक है, उसकी चाबी है इंसुलिन। वो सेल्स की चाबी क्या है? इंसुलिन। So whenever we eat something, body has to produce insulin so as to open the doors of the cells to enable glucose to enter into the cells. तो आपका blood sugar फिर maintain रहता है. Now suppose वो ताला चाबी में mismatch हो गया. That insulin is not able to open the doors of the cells. So क्या होता है? This condition is known as insulin resistance, wherein despite of your pancreas are functioning normally, they are producing, they are doing their job, but somewhere somehow that mismatch happened and that insulin is not able to open. तो क्या होता है? Our blood sugar goes up and doctors say that you have diabetes. अब क्या करते हैं उसके लिए? We start taking medications to bring down blood sugar, but we don't go to the root cause, which is insulin resistance. So we will go very slow in the next, I think it will take about 6 months, this Blue Zone project. And I want a fixed group of people, that I'm very selective. Why? Because I don't want ki somebody comes after 6 months and say this is not effective. People do mistakes. People eat outside food. They eat this Sardar Pav Bhaji and they eat this Red Bull and they eat this all the junk food and they say that this project is not working. So that's why I want you guys like to be 100% committed. Think that you have paid. My fees are very high. It goes into lakhs for personal coaching. I don't keep it very cheap because I've kept market rates. अगर आप लाख रुपया देके क्लास में आओगे ना, बिलीव मी, यू विल फॉलो एवरी. प्रॉब्लम क्या है, I've kept very low. I don't charge the fee. People don't listen to it. Let's keep a small fee every month. Let's commit to it. Let's commit to the next 6 months. Believe me, magic will happen in your life. You can save yourself, your kids, your family. Don't start preaching. Just do practice it yourself. I've decided to keep a small fee after Diwali fixed per month. When people pay, they listen, they follow. When they don't listen, they come, यार चलो ये टाइम पास हो रहा है, सुन लो, इसको क्या फर्क पड़ता है, इसकी तो आदत है बोलने की. Because I don't want my energies to go waste. See, it's a lot of energy that goes. It's not about only the money factor, but I want you guys to benefit. I want you guys to benefit out of it. People who pay for personal coaching, they are benefiting so fast. I've noticed this because when they pay, they listen, they follow. कि हाँ चलो यार, this guy speaks logic, I have to follow him. I'm just making this small change that I will just introduce a small fee so that I want you to benefit. But please pay only if you are 200% committed, because I know that this can transform a life. This can save lives. These things that we follow. So इंसुलिन रेजिस्टेंस, अगर मैं बोलता हूँ खाने की वजह से इंसुलिन प्रोड्यूस होता है, अगर हम बार बार खाएंगे तो क्या होगा, बार बार क्या होगा, व्हाट विल हैपन इफ वी ईट व्हाट इज प्रोड्यूस्ड बाय द पैंक्रियास. वेरी लॉजिकल नाउ. व्हाट विल हैपन, व्हाट विल हैपन इफ वी ईट, क्या होगा.
इंसुलिन की
ग्लूकोज.
मात्रा बढ़
Insulin. Yes, glucose will go up, but insulin will be produced by the pancreas. Now, suppose you get up in the morning, you start with chai biscuit. India में normally सब chai biscuit start करते हैं. There is one spike. Then after 2 hours, you will have some badam and some अखरोट, thinking that it's very healthy. Again, insulin spike. फिर 1 घंटे बाद हम नाश्ता करेंगे, insulin spike. नाश्ते के बाद फिर 2 घंटे बाद चाय चाहिए, हमें ऑफिस गए, चक्कर आ रहा है, चाय चाहिए. Again a spike. Then you have lunch, again a spike. लंच के बाद फिर चाय चाहिए, again a spike. Then you need some snack in the evening, again a spike. Then a dinner, again a spike. Then some post dinner, some ice cream, some dessert, again a spike. You are spiking your insulin at least 8 to 10 times in a day. So what will happen to your pancreas? What do you think? What will happen to your pancreas? क्या होगा, चलो चलो चलो, logically, very logical. Hmm? Will your pancreas function normally, or will it get like overwhelmed? It will get overwhelmed. Your pancreas get over. They produce a lot of insulin, and there is an insulin rush in your body. So your insulin level goes up if you eat frequently. And this is one of the major reasons for insulin resistance. What's the logic now? What's the logic? जो लोग बॉम्बे में रहते हैं, there is an area called Dharavi. Hmm? So if you pass by Dharavi, can you notice a foul smell there? There is a foul smell जो बॉम्बे है, notice करते होंगे, या जो बॉम्बे में रहते हैं. But do you think people staying in Dharavi will notice that foul smell? No, they don't notice it. They उनके लिए normal हो जाता है. It's normal for them, but we just cannot like pass by that area because foul smell is so foul. So whenever there is an excess of something, your cells get used to it and they stop responding it. So when you have this rush of insulin, when you have this rush of insulin again and again, again and again, again in your body, your cells become resistant to that. They stop identifying it like insulin and it doesn't respond. The doors don't open and you get diabetes. And this is the base. Insulin resistance is the elephant in the room, which is responsible for metabolic syndrome, which is responsible for the death. Now we see the पहले effect था death, then effect came the heart disease and cancer, then effect came metabolic syndrome, then effect आ गया insulin resistance. But insulin resistance क्यों हुआ? What is the cause of insulin resistance? Frequent eating. सो डोंट मेक ईटिंग एंटरटेनमेंट कि कुछ नहीं है तो चलो हम खाना चालू कर दिए, कुछ नहीं है तो चलो यार टाइम पास के लिए खा लेते हैं, मूवी देखते हुए खा लेते हैं, गाड़ी में खा लेते हैं, डेट पे खा लेते हैं. इट्स लाइक वी डोंट थिंक बिफोर पुटिंग एनीथिंग इनटू आवर माउथ. बिकॉज सी, now go back to history. Go back to the past. Our ancestors, they didn't have refrigerators. They didn't have processed foods. They didn't had this convenience foods कि जब मन किया पैकेट खोला और हमने खा लिया. It was never like that. People used to work hard. They used to work in farms. They used to hunt, or they used to gather. They were hunters and gatherers. And they were not lucky that every day they will get an animal to eat, or they will get a this. There were seasons. There was ups and downs. There was fasting and feasting. So we are born to fast and feast, fast and feast, fast and feast. And one of the easiest way to do in today's day and age, कैसे कर सकते हैं हम? How can we do this fast and feast very consciously? So what do we follow for that? Come on.
I intermittent fasting.
IF, intermittent fasting. So intermittent fasting is just a fancy word which has been like जो West से आ गया. This is just a fancy word which is there. This has been the traditional pattern of eating since ages. Okay, and but I encourage do IF as per the circadian rhythm. सन के हिसाब से करना है. When the sun comes up, you start your eating. When the sun goes down, so normally 8 to 10 hours का एक विंडो रहना चाहिए हमारा खाने का, उसमें आप खा लो. उसमें भी बार बार मुंह झूठा नहीं करना है. Don't eat again and again. Don't spike your insulin too often. Have a proper mid-sized meal. Eat up to 80%. You are full. You are done. बीच में कभी भूख लगे सबसे पहले पानी पीना है हमें. फिर आपका पेट नहीं भरे तो हैव अ हर्बल टी और ग्रीन टी. फिर है तो नींबू पानी लीजिए. उसके आगे तो भूख लगेगा ही नहीं आपको. बिलीव मी, इफ यू कंडीशनिंग का थोड़ा होता है कि ये कंडीशनिंग की हम नहीं खाएंगे तो कमजोर पड़ जाएंगे. मुझे तो आज तक कोई नहीं दिखा कि कोई ज्यादा खा के कोई अगर मजबूत बना है, खाली उसका पेट निकले और बीमारियां आई. Okay, and even the fasting phase, even in the fasting phase, you can have these three things. You can have water, you can have lemon water without sugar, and you can have green teas or herbal teas in your fasting phase. So this is a very simple way to become insulin sensitive. You are insulin resistant, that your cells are not recognizing insulin. So we need to become insulin sensitive, infrequent eating. Such a simple way. डायबिटीज गया, बीपी गया, कोलेस्ट्रॉल गया, क्या 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 चाहिए आपको बिना दवाई के मैं आपको ठीक करूँ. मैं मतलब कि माय टीचर्स हैव टॉट मी दिस, आई एम टीचिंग यू दिस. या सच एन इजी वे टू गेट हेल्दी. वेट कम हो जाएगा आपका, यू स्टार्ट लुकिंग यंगर, यू स्टार्ट रिवर्सिंग योर एजिंग. एकादशी, टुडेज एकादशी. व्हाई डिड आवर ऋषि मुनीज, व्हाई डिड आवर लाइक स्पिरिचुअल स्पीक अबाउट फास्टिंग? फास्टिंग से क्या होता है? योर इंसुलिन कम्स डाउन व्हेन यू फास्ट. There is something called as autophagy. Autophagy, wherein your bad cells are eating. It's a recycling mechanism. Your cells recycle. So, जो oxidative stress होता है, the cells in the damage that has happened to our cells, that gets reversed. Why do like people are growing younger here in the classes? क्यों सबका चेहरा एकदम खिल रहा है? People are, because उनका that recycling mechanism, that अंदर हमारे एक recycling factory हमारे अंदर, वो कब activate होगा? When we fast. So that's why Ekadashi fasting has so much significance because of the position of the moon today. Our digestion is relatively weak for the next 3 4 days. Not only one day. It's till now till Amavasya or Purnima. Okay, our digestion is relatively weak. So I'm not saying go on a water fast or do only fruit diet, but yes, don't eat very heavy meals. Maybe go grain free. Maybe have a fruit. If you are an experienced faster, if you're a serial faster, then do a water diet just for one day in 15 days. हाँ? इतना सिंपल सा चीज करने से कितनी चीजों से हम बच सकते हैं. सो लेट्स फॉलो लाइक आई वुड वोंट से वेरी स्ट्रिक्ट डाइट टुडे, कि अचानक से इफ यू आर ईटिंग 7 times in a day and you try water diet, that is absolutely not recommended. Go a step further. सपोज आप 5 बार खाते हैं तो आज 3 बार खाइए, 3 बार खा रहे हैं तो फ्रूट डाइट कर लीजिए. फ्रूट डाइट वेरी कंफर्टेबल, डू अ वाटर डाइट, बट फॉलो सम काइंड ऑफ रिस्ट्रेंट when it comes to eating today. Definitely follow intermittent fasting. Definitely just delay your breakfast by a couple of hours. कुछ नहीं होगा, don't worry. हल्का हल्का चक्कर आएगा, have a green tea or something, and let's do this fasting today with the aim of becoming insulin sensitive, reversing our diseases. Let's do it for health reason today, not for any Bhagwan and spirituality and Shakti and Ekadashi. All those, yeah, that benefits you will get subconsciously, वो फायदे मिलेंगे आपको. But let's at least twice in a month. At least twice in a month. Let's follow it. People who are experienced, जो 1 साल 2 साल से do IF regularly, it has been scientifically proven. So much of research I have gone through myself, that this is one thing that can help you and your family जो causes of death officially है उससे बचने में. Is it worth it following this simple trick? It's a simple thing. It can like, हाँ करेंगे सब, can we do? So let's motivate each other to like in this journey of the next 6 months जो मैंने target रखा है, this 15 things I want to teach you that will maybe create the sixth blue zone in the world. There are 5 blue zones right now. Sixth blue zone should be TIA. That, yeah, members of TIA are like living beyond 100 and they are hale, hearty, fit, strong, doing all the activities themselves. They are dancing, they are cooking, they are washing their own clothes. They can do everything on their own. They are not dependent on anybody. I'm very confident that I can like help people lead a long healthy life. खाली longevity नहीं, it's not be कि last few years of your life you spend on a bed or in a hospital or taking medications. Actually, it is very easy, believe me, if you just follow basics. Just follow the basics. Don't, no fancy things, no fancy supplements, no fancy jargons and all. Just plain simple healthy living. So that's why मैंने बोला ये प्रोग्राम बनाता हूँ. पहले मैंने 3 महीना सोचा था, मेरा 3 महीने में कुछ नहीं होने वाला है. 40 50 साल कोई गलती किया है तो 3 महीने में कैसे सुधर जाएगा? दिस इज द मिस्टेक पीपल डू इन द हेल्थ कोचिंग ऑल्सो. दे कम एंड दे वांट ओवरनाइट सक्सेस. मैं बोला उम्र कितनी है आपकी? बोला 40 साल. बोला 40 साल गलत खाए और 1 महीने में क्या सब ठीक हो जाएगा? सारा पाप धुल जाएगा? हाँ, 6 महीना तो दो मुझे एटलीस्ट. दैट्स व्हाई आई हैवंट kept any other program की 1 month program, 2 month program, one session because it doesn't work and then I become a bad coach. So here also in November I'm launching a paid program. This program will be a paid thing because when you pay, you listen, you come to the class. I will mark attendance. If you don't attend by, it's like your thing. It's like you are paying for it. If you don't follow, it's your loss. People when they pay, they listen. That's why I want to like do it like a very structured way. करेंगे. I'm going deeper and deeper and deeper that how can I make it more easier, more convenient, more so that everybody can follow it willingly. Because मन से करेंगे ना तब वो होगा. मन मार के कुछ खाएंगे, बिना समझ के खाएंगे, तो लगेगा इट्स अ रेस्ट्रिक्टिव डाइट. इट शुड नॉट बी अ रेस्ट्रिक्टिव थिंग. इट शुड बी अ एम्पावरिंग डाइट. when you eat something, आप कुछ खा रहे हैं, आपको पता है कि हाँ, why I should not eat frequently. आज आपको कैसे समझाया logically, I taught you that why this is how it is all linked. What mistakes we do. Any questions anybody has regarding diet, any food, anything we spoke about, or shall we start with exercises? Because that is also very important. Exercises is very important. If you become insulin sensitive, you have to exercise. Your cells respond to insulin when you exercise. We'll touch more upon that later on. My बोल रहा हूँ exercise because it's now 6:55, and let's start with exercising. Any questions you can put up in the group also. You can message me personally if you have any personal questions. Okay, come. Let's stand up on the mat.